And that's exactly why he revealed it to me that he had this baby. Because Lord knows, I didn't need to be spending no time with his ass anyway. All right. And I definitely was never going to have a baby for him. But furthermore, the fact that he just had a baby is like, well, then what are you doing barking up my alley? What is it? And, okay. So much tea. All right. Just relax. All right. So I told this nigga. So I don't know if I told you this story about how, I had a picture of my grandniece on the phone, and I told him that she was my daughter. And, this is kind of when we first encountered each other, and, we chose to speak to one another again. I was like, yeah, I have a daughter. And he was like, what? And he almost had a fucking heart attack. He almost died. When I told him that I had a daughter. Died, okay? Died. All of them. D-Y-E-D and D-I-E-D. He died, okay, bitch? Because in his mind, how dare I go out there and have a baby with someone else? Now, something told me, because, this is the type of nigga that would wear gloves and a mask but won't wear a condom. Y'all niggas gotta stop. Don't make me read y'all. Do not let me read y'all. Some of y'all niggas is out here. Some of y'all niggas is out here talking about, oh, I don't want to catch no corona. But y'all putting all kind of dicks in your mouth. Come on, y'all. Come on. Oh, you exposed to the air, and I don't even know what that means. If only you were so discerning about your own well-being when it came to smushing. Okay? Girl, bye. Now, I don't mean to be reading you like this. I don't. But I'm just saying, here's this nigga talking to me with a mask on and gloves. But nigga, you just had a baby and you looking to have another one? Nah, nigga, you gotta chill. And what's crazy is that while I was hanging out with him, every time that I've seen him, he's drinking. And this is coming from somebody who didn't really, when we were together, he didn't really drink like that. So, every time now, and I know, I could sense that, nigga, you feeling out of control, you overindulging, and that was another reason why I always feel like God uses other people to show you yourself. I always feel like God uses other people to show you yourself. People and the things that are happening to you are a mirror image of what is inside of you. And when I saw him overindulging, that's when I checked myself. That's when I fucking checked myself, because I was like, bitch, what are you trying to anesthetize? This nigga is being reckless. And I didn't say it to him then, and I do plan on saying this to him, because I think that in a very, because I'm taking this energy as reflective, I'm going to say to him what I think I also need to hear, which is that this is a very anxious time for all of us, and you got to get conscious. Yes, it is really, you feel anxiety ridden because you don't know what's going to happen. And worry is a thief that pretends to be necessary. So worry will tell you that the more you worry, the more a circumstance is going to change, which is not true. The more you hypothesize what the results of all of this is going to be, the more anxious you build yourself up to be, because there could be a myriad of outcomes. And if there's one thing that I'm learning about this whole entire process, is that I don't control anything. I don't rule over anything. I don't lord over anything. I don't choose the outcome. I don't know. And I could either really just ride the wave of that not knowing, or flail my arms in the water because I'm anxious because I don't know. one's going to sink me way faster than what the actual result is. It's really rough during, as a matter of fact, if you are a New York City resident, Governor Cuomo has just put into effect, and I don't believe that, well, at any rate, access to mental health, or it's called New York City well.cityofnewyork.us. So it's a website that allows you free access to, just if you're feeling anxious during this time and you want to talk to a wellness expert, there is provisions for that courtesy of New York State. And if you text well, that is 65173, or you call 1-888-NYC well, you can speak to licensed and authorized wellness experts that will kind of help talk you through some things if you need some help. So shout out to New York City for that, New York State. Shout out to Andrew Cuomo again for that. So did you guys listen to the new Party Next Door album? I'm not a big Party Next Door girl anyway, so it really wasn't a big deal to me. But yeah, he dropped a new album. Great. Exciting. What's happening now? What is happening between Sean Garrett and The Dream? What the hell was that? And this is why a lot of y'all get on my nerves. You know why a lot of yous get on my nerves? I'm going to tell you. It is because let one nigga do something. Okay, so D-Nice does his thing. He gets a little, a little global recognition. For a lot of us, we've been peeped D-Nice since he was 15 down with BDP, so it wasn't a big deal to us. But for many of you, you didn't know who D-Nice was. And D-Nice been out here rocking for decades, okay? Like, for decades. BDP, Boogie Down Productions, which was headed up by KRS-One and DJ Scott LaRock. So please, all right, listen, I'm not here to give you a history lesson, but I'm just saying, you can't know your history, kids. But, yeah, so I guess a lot of DJs, including Timbaland and Swiss Beats and, myriad of DJs have decided to come out and, lend their time and their catalog to us. And so I guess there was a kerfuffle between The Dream and Sean Garrett was out here making faces and giving. All right, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, truly, whatever. Also, so the young lady who, we talked about Hitmaker last week and, the home invasion that happened with him. So apparently the young lady, Talia Tilley, she is filing a restraining order against him, over the incident that took place a couple of weeks ago. Tilly details her brutal allegations and includes, and this is what she includes in the restraining order, a new one claiming that he threatened to end her life. She says the threat was made during the March 14th incident where she was brutally pistol whipped in the face and the bottom of what appeared to be a pistol, and the former reality star pointed a gun at her and threatened to kill her. In addition to those details, the news site, The Blast, is reporting that Tilly included several photos of her injuries in the filing. Anyways, she goes on to talk about the incident and, the fact that she was invited over there and that next thing you know, his own alarm goes off. He's telling her to get up. He was questioning her about why her phone had been ringing so much. And, anyways, you know what happens from there. But yes, now she is filing a restraining order against Hitmaker. Lonnie Love says that sometimes she forgets when she is doing the do with her white man that he is white. Okay. I mean, what are we supposed to even say to that? Like, do we even want to know that Lonnie Love is doing anything out here? All right, that's what I'm saying. I ain't even think we care. Furthermore, shout out to Nico and Kevin Hart, who revealed that they are having another bundle of joy. This will now make them a family of 6, I believe. So shout out to them. This is their second together and fourth as a unit. So shout out to them. I foresee lots of Corona babies in the future. Speaking of the future, we're going to go ahead, take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and set the table. And we're going to talk about love. Fixated on forever. Come on back. And welcome back. So the end of the show is where we get together as a team and we set the table for a particular mindful or consciousness awareness that we want to work on, something that we've been through, something that we're collectively going through, whatever. Sometimes it's just me just sharing what I know with you guys. I wanted to, first of all, set the table for the idea of the fixation of forever. Now, for a lot of you, you may be wondering, like, what does that mean exactly? So, there's a television show that I watch, and it's called Cherish the Day. And it is a own television show. And anyway, the premise, produced by Ava DuVernay, the premise of the show is this couple that basically come from different sides of the track, so to speak. And you watch them fall in love through insurmountable situations. And you watch their love blossom into marriage, etc. And the show reaches its apex when the couple then decides to break up, which would later end in divorce. And if you haven't watched the show, even me telling you this is, you still need to watch the show. It's an amazing show. But at any rate, it got me to thinking, what does the evolution of love look like for you? For a lot of us, the evolution of romantic love would involve you being with your significant other forever, honestly. I mean, knowing your love would soar beyond time, a countless amount of time, you know? I mean, let's just take into account that you want it to go on indefinitely, per se, because words have meaning. Indefinitely means just no realm of actual ending of time. Wanting it to go on forever would be that regardless of time, space, it would still exist. I think a lot of us say that we want a forever love when in fact what we really want is an indefinite love. For a lot of us, that kind of love, especially when it pertains to romantic, that kind of love is about possession, right? It's about what you hold. It's about knowing that this person belongs to you, never forsaking you by even deeming to want to belong to someone else. Some of us have curated in our minds what that love looks like down to a science. To the point that when it comes in a form that we haven't really imagined it to be, we are like triggered. We're like shell shocked. So when the love